Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Okay, if I'm like yelling, I'm not too sure what a volume is because I'm placing this phone on my book. So if I'm yelling, just turn it down or, you know, apologies. Um, okay. I guess we'll start off with Will and Electra. After talking to Deacon moaning and bitching about Luna being free, Bill got her free, blah, 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 blah. They sit down, and let me tell you something. The theme of this episode, thirsty, right? Because there's a point where he's not there talking to Electra like, let's sit there and have some alone time and everything like that. He starts trying to feel up on her leg. He's really kind of pushing like, yeah, we've been seeing each other for a while, and I didn't want to really push or anything. But you can tell like he's ready to get it in, right? And before they can finish their conversation, she bolts. Luna, I don't know what is it about Bold and Beautiful where they write these women as probably among the most pathetic, desperate women I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like they they do such a disservice in a sense, right? Um, Now talking, there's one point where she's sitting there talking to Sheila, and they're talking and just kind of getting to know each other and being like, what do you want? And she talks about Will, like, oh, I want to be with Will. I'm like, there's thousands of men in L.A. and you're just singly focused on him. Really? Such a narrow scope, but for plot purposes, blah 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 blah. I get it. Okay, so she sneaks out. Deacon's not there talking to Sheila, and Sheila tells Deacon, Luna's my granddaughter. He flips the F out, right? He pretty much kind of does this whole caveman, I'm putting my foot down, and, I'm your husband, and I'm like, okay, and that's her granddaughter. And of course, he keeps bringing up, oh, Tom and Hollis, and I don't disagree with the pain and the loss that he is feeling. Okay, so I'm not trying to minimize that, but that's her granddaughter, and now you want to sit there and start giving me ultimatums, talking about, well, you're gonna have to sit there and pick between me and her. I'm like, what does that even mean? Because I feel like there's one point he says that, but then there's another point where he's like, if you're gonna pursue this road with Luna, you're gonna have to walk that path by yourself. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be a part of that. I'm not doing that. But which one is it though? He also makes it very clear she ain't allowed to sit there and step an iota, not an inch, not a eyebrow in that place. Technically, y'all married, so what's yours is also hers, but whatever. So, that's going on. Then we get to the part where it just became it became unbearable to watch, right? It became unbearable to watch. Now, meanwhile, of course, they're having their lovers' quarrel with with Sheila and Deacon. At least it was nice enough for Deacon to sit there and comp Will and Electra's dinner. It's not like Will couldn't afford it, but after a good 5 minute bitching session, it's like, I kind of wanted to really enjoy some time with my girl, and we gotta sit there and be brung down by you and all your drama. So it was nice of him to do that, okay? Then she comes, first of all, she walks over there, and, Will is Will is pretty much giving the why you here. I don't like the fact that you're here. I don't like the fact that my dad let you out of prison, you know, bribed and everything like that. And of course, Luna makes excuses like, well, it wasn't really me. It was like it was me, but it was like I was outside my body. I mean, it's hard to explain. Is this what you're going to sit there and keep? You know what? Of course, because she's been saying that for what 3 or 4 weeks. I've lost count. I've lost count. Was it 3 or 4 weeks? Anyway, she makes excuses, even though she says, "Well, I'm not making excuses." But I done sat there for a good 30 seconds to make excuses. And then she's. Okay. I'm going to sit there and say this because I need to say this, okay? And I know it's going to probably offend some people, but I need to sit there and say this. There is something that's just very pathetic about watching someone throw themselves at someone else. And I mean, like, in the most neediest, pathetic, desperate way possible. There's something about that is just like, God damn, it's like there's no dignity whatsoever. And hell, she's all like, oh, well, you know, you could sit there, we could sit there and do stuff on the low while you keep it girl. I'm like, this chick really just has no value in herself, does she? Like, this is like what I'm sitting there saying. It's like Brad Bell and the way he writes women, like Brooke, like Hope, like Taylor. It just, like I said, it does, you know, and this is the thing. Like, I was watching JOJ Media, Candace Mack, and I forgot the other woman's name. There's two of them, and I don't remember which one was there. But, you know, Candace pretty much just like, you know, the way that they write women, it just comes across as so needy and desperate for a man and everything like that. And then you see a scene like this, and it just became damn near unwatchable. Now, of course, Steffi, being the control freak that she is like, well, we can't have any contact with Luna whatsoever. I'm gonna just sit there and tell you something, ladies, right now. While they do a disservice to women in shows like this sometimes, they desperately do a disservice to men. Okay? Like I said, I don't consider Finn part of the male species. Okay? Ladies, if y'all want him, that's cool. We don't claim him, okay? I want to be very clear about that. We do not claim that man. We do not claim that thing. Okay? So you want to sit there and just let this woman tell you that you can't be around your daughter. Either this chick got marbles for brains, or she just really just assumed that this man is just so low in testosterone that he's just like, yep, sure, whatever you want. Because in real life, we're not doing that. We're not doing a quarter of what he does, because we're better than that. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make this about a gender thing, but like watching her sit there and give this man commands, and he just like, there's no pushback, there's no nothing. It's unacceptable. Sit there and say the least. Anyway, still doing a live stream, not sure what time. It's gonna be 8 something because still gotta watch Beyond the Gates. And everything snowballed because, well, in a not so fun story, I had my cable company upgrade me for a new modem and then decide to make it worse by it not working for at least a couple hours. And when you watch 5 soap operas and your timing's off by a little bit, everything just kind of just snowballs all down. But B&B is a short enough show that I could sit there and watch and review. So I wish I would have got a chance to do days, but yeah, I didn't see that happening. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video and live stream.